Hey, my dark darlings. Hopefully, you've been enjoying our latest videos, like the bonus Halloween episode of Rotten and the wintry Japanese legend of Yuki Onna. Each member of our small crew wears multiple hats here at Something Scary, so we have to make sure that the work that goes into our episodes gets done on schedule. So that's why I want to tell you about our sponsor, Monday.com. Monday.com is an online teamwork platform that keeps your team connected from anywhere. I really enjoy how customizable Monday.com is. It can be tailored to fit any project or collaboration. And it would also work for other industries. It helps banish the demons of confusing email chains or who's doing what and by when. With the efficiency you get with Monday.com, it helps make sure everyone is in sync and on the same page. When your teamwork is effective, nothing can stop you. To start your free 14-day trial, go to Monday.com.
Hey, I'm Markeia. Want to hear something scary?
Pray for Wechuge. We all strive to be better and grow stronger. But if we don't temper that strength with a humble awareness, then we risk becoming monsters. Wendy Melting Tallow and her grandfather were on the hunt. They slowly moved through the snow-covered forest, tracking the Wechuge that had been terrorizing their tribe in town. Several members had gone missing and were later discovered dead and half devoured by the creature. Even worse was the fact that the Wechuge was one of their own. When anyone breaks taboo and becomes too strong from that, they are in danger of being possessed by ancient spirit animals. Once possessed, the person slowly becomes more bestial and hungers for human flesh. Wendy's grandfather was the tribe's shaman, a role she would one day assume, and together, it was their responsibility to stop the creature, no matter what. Wendy's grandfather held his shotgun tightly. He told his granddaughter, "Wechuge are crafty tricksters. They will use any tactic to lure their prey into death." But as the day grew colder, she started to doubt that they would ever find the creature. They had been hunting in the woods for several days with no luck. As she was about to suggest they head home for the night, Wendy discovered strange tracks in the snow. They were like nothing she had ever seen before, like a human foot, but with a hoof and a claw. She pointed them out to her grandfather, and they followed their prey deeper into the woods. They pursued the tracks late into the night until they reached a sharp cliff. Wendy was suddenly struck by a terrible feeling in the pit of her stomach. She looked around. A large being with a lopsided grin was headed towards them. They were no longer the hunters. They were the prey. Slowly, Wendy and her grandfather turned all the way around to see the fearsome Wechuge. Lurching towards them, its gaunt frame was still vaguely human, but covered in patches of mangy fur. Its head was adorned by jagged antlers, and it leered at them with hungry red eyes. Drool poured out of its toothy mouth. Long clawed fingers twitched in anticipation of grabbing its prey. Just as her grandfather put his finger on the trigger, Wendy slammed herself into him. He fell on his side and the bullet shot into the dark sky. "Stop! He's family! He's my brother!" she screamed. Before her grandfather could respond, the creature crashed into him, knocking him back to the ground. Wendy remembered how her younger brother Cody was relentlessly picked on by all the other kids because he was so small and frail. But after last summer's growth spurt, he was suddenly the biggest kid in his school. Cody used his newfound strength and height to become an even worse bully and terrorized everyone who ever bothered him. His cruelty made him the perfect target for the Wechuge spirit, and now he hunched over his own grandfather, ready to feast on him. Wendy pleaded with her brother and begged him to stop, but the possessed creature growled and sank its claws deeper into their grandfather. Wendy stood at the edge of the cliff. "I will throw myself over the edge," she yelled. She had always stood up for her brother and protected him from the monstrous ways of others. "I will not live in a world where you become one of them." The creature hesitated and looked at Wendy. In that moment, it remembered his sister's love, and that memory was enough for Cody's human spirit to assert control. Hoisting the monster off himself, the grandfather picked up his shotgun. Wendy ran, putting herself between them, refusing to allow either to hurt the other. Slowly, Cody's appearance became more human as the Wechuge spirit receded. As it left Cody's body, it looked at Wendy and said,
I know you now. All of your family. I will return.
Then the spirit disappeared. Wendy hugged her brother tightly as her grandfather said, The Wechuge spirit will always plague us until finally it returns to possess one of us when we least expect it. Wendy held her now fully human brother and looked up at her grandfather with tears in her eyes and said, Then we'll keep fighting back, together, no matter what. We hope that you've also been enjoying our podcasts along with our video episodes. If you haven't, the latest podcasts you could binge are Chills in the Air and also Tiptoe Through the Terrors. So, when you do finish binging Something Scary or some of your other riveting podcasts on your list, now what? I'd recommend a fun palate cleanser with our sponsor, Best Fiends. Yeah, that's right. Best Fiends is still out there, being boredom's worst nightmare. I love that rush of adrenaline I get with Best Fiends when I complete a level before it even has a chance to vex me. Best Fiends is the infamously impossible to put down puzzle game that's free to download. With over 100 million downloads, this 5-star rated mobile puzzle game is a must play. Seriously, once you download Best Fiends, boredom won't stand a chance. Download Best Fiends free today on the Apple App Store or Google Play. When I drink wine, I prefer to have different types in freshly poured glasses, like the variety that you could have with dinner at your favorite restaurant. If you're like me and you're not going out to eat like you have in the past, then I know that you'll really enjoy our sponsor, Usual Wines. Usual Wines comes in individual bottles of 6.3 ounces. That's about a glass and a half. So your wine is always fresh and tasty. I really enjoy Usual Wines' Brut. It's bubbly and flavorful, with a lovely balance of elderflower, bergamot with a lemon finish. They have a special holiday product coming early November, Usual Reserve. It's an ultra-premium limited edition Mount Veeder Cabernet Sauvignon. Introducing Usual Reserve. This is their most special wine yet, just in time for the holidays, hailing from one of the most celebrated plots of land in all of Napa. This Cabernet Sauvignon is concentrated and rich with just enough grip. Gift it to someone special or keep it all for yourself. The holidays, as usual. Go check out their website at www.usualwines.com and use my discount code SCARY for $8 off your first order and try your first glass on us. Want more Something Scary? You can hear more stories over on the Something Scary podcast, available for free on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. The links are in the description below. Thank you to all of our patrons. While we do run a limited amount of ads, the show would not be possible without your support. If you'd like to submit a story, send me an email at somethingscary@snarled.com. Like and share this video if it gave you the chills. And don't forget to subscribe to Snarled and turn on the bell for notifications. And if you dare, follow me on social media. Until next time, my dark darlings, sweet dreams.